Welcome back yet again. So thank you for coming back to my channel. I just wanted to hop on and give you guys some information. As you can see to the title of this video, we're going to talk about some hair growth because your girl done came a long way. I didn't even write anything down for this video. I just really want to speak freely. I don't want to have, I don't want to keep looking down and look away. I just want to talk to you guys directly and tell you my story. And your girl came a long way, okay? Because as you can see in that thumbnail, that was college actually. And I don't know what I was doing, but it was a hot mess. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how I grew my hair out, and I'm still on my journey. Like, I'm not even, my ultimate goal is to get to waist length, but I'm making my way there because I literally had so much heat damage. And I actually did, I might put some like pictures in between this video or at the end so you guys could see my progress, see where I came from, and kind of see how I got to where I'm at today. But let me take you guys back. So I would say in high school is when I started to like growing up, I always had thick hair. Like, it wasn't super long, but it was like, I would say like shoulder length, but it was just super thick. So I always had a head full of hair. And then when I got to high school, that's when I started to like go to the hair salon because I found this lady. Shout out to Nikki because she was a beast. Nikki done got a lot of money from me, okay? But I used to go to her like literally every 2 weeks, and then sometimes I would get my hair done and I'll call her like a week later and be like, oh, can you like recurl my hair? Like, can you imagine curling dirty hair? Like, she would do it sometimes, like, and I would just want it to be fresh. I don't do that anymore, obviously, but I just used to be in her chair like faithfully every 2 weeks. I was getting my hair done. I was getting my hair done. I was getting my hair done. And so at that point, I would say my hair was like here, like shoulder length. And I just thought that having my hair done, because at that point I wasn't even like washing my own hair. Like, I just felt like I couldn't take care of my hair. I didn't want that responsibility. I didn't want to learn. I just didn't want no parts. Like, if my hair wasn't done at the salon, like, it wasn't good for me. So I was always in her chair. And I remember always going, when I did go to her, she would always be like, you need to get a deep condition. Sometimes I didn't even want to give myself a deep condition. Like, that literally makes me cringe, like, when I think about it, because I'm like, I'm faithful when it comes to my deep conditionings now. But I'm just like, yo, I didn't even want to pay her for deep conditioning, when in reality, I could have did the deep conditioning myself, you know what I'm saying? And then whatever, go get my hair done. But she was just always telling me how important it is to have my hair done. I mean, to have a deep conditioning, to make sure that I wrap my hair at night. Cause she was just like, are you wrapping it at night? And I'm just like, yeah, cause it was just always getting, we always had to get a little trim. So I never really seen growth in high school. Yeah, my hair was always done, but it wasn't healthy. It was fried and dyed, like, straight up. So fast forward, I'm graduating from high school, going into college, and no lie, one of the main things that was worrying me was who was gonna do my hair, because I was going to school down south. And I was really worried about that. So I'm just like, who's gonna do my hair? I'm like so stressed out about it. I'm worried. So when I first got to school, I had braids, which was fine. Like, that worked for me for a couple months. Then I took the braids out. I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, I'm really nervous about this because I never took responsibility for my hair. And then I ended up getting a sew-in, and I had the sew-in for like a good month and a half, almost 2 months, took the sew-in out. And that's when I realized, I was like, wow, my hair grew a lot. Like, I was like, okay. So that's when I started to really like pay attention, like, all right, I got this. Like, so I started getting my sew-ins and stuff, and that was working for me. Like, that's why I love the old school throwback sew-ins, because you take good care of them, you will see growth. So I'm like, got the sew-ins, I was doing that. And then after that, I didn't find a hairstylist like that in that city that I was in school. For like another maybe 2 years later, I found this other lady that was really good, and I was going to her probably like every 3 weeks. And I had seen tremendous growth. Like my hair had never been at that length that it was at. And it wasn't even long, but to me, it was like, you know, that's the first time I seen growth. That picture that's in my thumbnail, that's from freshman year. And I think I had just got my hair flat ironed. Like you can look at it. When I look at that picture, I'm like, girl, like you need to cut. I wish I had just cut off all my hair from the, you know, give me a little bob, would have been cute. But I was just so busy trying to hang on to what I had. Like I wasn't even really like looking at what was really going on and like the damage I was doing. So that picture, I just had got a flat iron, which is cringy as hell. So what happened after that? Fast forward, I find a stylist. She's doing my hair for at least maybe like a year, 2 years. And then she ends up moving. So now I'm on my own again. Damn, we're already 6 minutes in. I want to get to these tips. So bang, bang, she moves. Now I'm on my own. This is when I would say maybe like 2013 is when I really started taking care of my hair. So let's get into these tips because I wanted to give you guys a rundown on like my little story and where I've been and what I did to my hair back then. The first thing I would say not to do is to cut out the heat. I like my hair is straight right now, yes, but I don't do this often. Like if you're an avid, you know, you got to go to the hair salon often. I would say if you're getting a, you know, every 2 weeks, I would say every 3 weeks, I would stretch it. This is 3-week-old hair. And I don't think I'm probably going to go back to get my hair done until after the summer because it's about to get hot. So there's no point because it's not going to last. So for me, this is that, and that's another thing. So no heat like that. Like do it, space it out as much as you can. Once you get your hair done, there's no need for you to, you know, unless you want to have, for me, sometimes like if I have 2 pieces hanging like this, I might go over the flat iron with that. Like that's fine. The back, sometimes it gets a little puffy. You can, you know, under here, you could definitely go over that a little bit if it's necessary. If it's not, then don't touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave it alone till the next time you go to the hair salon, and then that's when you apply the heat again. So you want to space out using heat as much as possible. Tip number 2, you want to find some good deep conditioning. If your hair is not straight, like if you have your natural hair, then make sure you're like giving yourself a treatment. I usually deep condition when my hair is not straight. I deep condition my hair like every week. I'll have a day. Sunday's my day. So find a good deep conditioning, do that. Apply heat to the deep conditioning if you don't have like a blow dryer or, you know, a dryer that you can sit under, a dryer that you can sit under. I would say just like leave it in for a couple hours. So finding a deep conditioner. Third thing, protective styles. Now in the summer, usually I'm rocking a bun. Now, when I say I'm rocking a bun, you want to make sure that if that's going to be your protective style, make sure you're putting your buns in different places. So middle, bottom, top, like switch it up. Don't keep it in one place. Make sure that you're rotating the position of your bun so your hair is not going to break in that position, in that, you know, in that area. That's number 3. Now, let me piggyback off of protective style. In the winter, what I do is like really the fall going into winter, I'll straighten my hair again. But once it gets like freezing outside, so cold, usually what I'll do is I'll find me a cute wig. Like like for me, the wigs that I use, I like the headband wigs because I'm not really doing much in the winter. I'm going to work, I'm going to the gym, I might go out with my fiance. Like I'm doing things here and there, but for the most part, I'm in the crib. So when I do go out, it'll be a headband wig. But find a cute wig for the winter time. Like braid, I usually braid my hair up in the winter time. I'm using my hands a lot, but I usually braid my hair up in the winter time, and then I'll leave that on. If we're talking months, I would do, for me, cold months are like December, January, February, where I'm at, March, even March. That's 4 months of your hair just being put away. Yeah, take it, and that's the thing with the wigs, you can take it off. You can still deep condition every week or every 2 weeks, whatever. I would just say do a protective style where you have easy access to your hair during those times. So that way you can still give it the treatment. And then when the spring comes rolling in, you can go get your hair done. You're gonna be looking real cute. You see how long your hair got, you can get your trim. So find a good protective style. That's the main thing. The next thing is to, if I would say, find a good hairstylist, somebody that's like, that specializes in taking care of natural hair, because not every hairstylist is, I'm not saying, you know, everybody has their own method. Like some hairstylists, they're scissor happy. They if you want a haircut, they'll give you a bomb ass haircut and they will make it look fly as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like if they do curly hair, like they'll make, like, it just depends. So find somebody that you trust that's not going to just chop your hair off. Make sure that, you know, if you want to have requests for, like, if you want to get a trim, ask them to take a picture of it so they can see, so you can see what's going on back there, because sometimes you can't always see, you know, if you ain't got no mirror like that. Just find somebody that you can trust. So no heat like that, protective style, deep conditioning, find a good hairstylist, and what else? I would say just most of the time, just leaving your hair alone. I think that's the major thing. So that, those tips, I mean, I know you see it on YouTube. I know you see it online. It's very like, it's very repetitive. But if you do those things, then you'll be good. Like you'll see the growth, and take pictures too, so you can kind of track where you're going and track where you've been, because you want to see the growth. Like, listen, y'all, I done grew my hair, okay? Girl came from absolutely crumbs, okay? I'm talking, my hair was fried. Like I would, if I could go back and tell the younger me something, I would be like, girl, chop that off and start over. Cause I just didn't want to do that. But you know, it's funny because I got a bob. I actually cut a lot of that hair off like a few years ago. I got a cute little, it was, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? That hairstyle was cute. It grew out. But it, once I cut it, it just started, like, cut those ends off. I'm talking cut them off. It's gonna grow back. It's gonna grow back fuller, healthier. Like your hair is gonna be on point. It's gonna be totally different from the way that it was before. So just trust that your hair is not gonna, you know, you cut it off, it's gonna grow right back. That's pretty much it. I just wanted you guys to, you know, keep your hair in check, like rolling into the summertime. My hair doesn't really do good in the heat with straight hair. Like it puffs up real easily. So for me, I'm like, I might as well just throw it in a bun. That's my go-to for the summertime. Or I might, you know, usually if I'm going on vacation, sometimes I'll rock the bun, but most of the times I like to get braids, like knotless braids. And that's another good, I think that's another good protective style, like braids. And so if you're gonna get braids, one of the things that I do when I get braids, make sure you're like washing it, because you're gonna keep those in for a while. Make sure you're washing it. Make sure you're spraying it. You have a spritz bottle with a little, you know, whatever you put in there. Make sure you're spraying it every other day, getting in those roots, massaging your scalp. Just make sure you're taking care of your hair, because us Black women, like, we have come such a long way when it comes to our natural hair. And I think it's so dope how, like, we have all these like outlets and all this information that's available to us, and like you got girls out here that are giving advice and just telling us their tips and their stories, and you're just seeing it, and it's just it's dope. Like I'm loving it. Like I love that we have that option to look some stuff up and it's available, because back then it wasn't out there like that. Like, yeah, you might have had your little, you know, you might have had some people that was putting that information out there, but the way that it is today, like there's just no reason for you to not have healthy hair. Whether you're rocking a wig, braids, weave, sewing, your natural hair, curly hair, whatever it is, like you can take care of it at the same time, and it can be healthy and it can be long, or it could be short and it could be healthy. Whatever you want to do, whatever your prerogative is. So thank you guys for watching my video. I've been talking and rambling. It's like 15 minutes now. If you like, share, and subscribe, come back for more. I'll see you guys in a bit, and I'm out.